They're asking if it's going to be live. So live on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, so we should be live now unless I didn't do this correctly. Let me check. Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Hi everybody. Sorry I'm not on camera this time, but it's Evie and I'm here with Fly By Midnight and we're really excited to answer your questions. Well,
Woohoo.
um all right. I'll just wait for some questions.
Yeah, I have the game in front of me. I'm looking down while I'm looking up.
Yeah.
But we didn't get a chance to do this last week. But thank you. I guess we'll start off with saying for everyone watching right now, thank you for watching our Hotel Hideaway performance. That was super dope. We were just telling Evie that we had such a blast recording it, and it was such a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, we really loved your performance. It was super cool and we loved the way that you did it in like the hotel and everything. It was super cool. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um
I think people were saying I don't
yeah,
find.
it's public, so they should find it.
Yeah, it should be
I
there. Let's see. Looks like
Who's
yeah,
Nina
look,
Barry talking to?
yeah, we're on. We're live.
You can see it?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
see it.
okay. So then it's not me. That's good to know.
Yeah, you.
Is it in the game or is it on YouTube?
It's
No,
on
it's on you.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Got you, got you.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Cool. All right. Let's
So if anybody, whoever's watching, I see there are people watching. So if you're if you have questions, just post them in the chat.
Someone in the game asked where we are from. We are in LA currently, but we're from New York, Justin, and I'm from Florida.
You're from
yeah,
Florida?
I am, yeah. I
Oh,
grew up in
cool.
Central Florida.
Nice.
yeah. Oh, okay. I
Okay,
see.
here. Oh, do you want
Okay.
me to? You guys can read the questions, or I can read them to you, whatever.
No, no, no. Please, please. You probably
Um,
sent
Either
good question.
way, like it's just so that like if it makes it easier for you.
Yeah.
How was filming for the new music video? Cami 270720 asks.
So I'm assuming she's referring to the video we just did. Was that 2 days ago now, Slavo? Jeez, time is like crazy right now.
Yeah, those weeks flown by.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, we just filmed the music video for our latest single we released called Settle Down. And it was a very different video for us. We were on a green screen stage. There was a lot more people involved. It's a quite beautiful and complicated video, as I would describe it. How would you describe it, Slavo?
It's kind of similar to the Hotel Hideaway world. We really did something different in this one. Not to give too much away, but it's virtual in some respect, and I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a lot of work for the person who's editing it, and for once, I'm not editing it, so I'm happy about that. But it'll be exciting to see how it turns out.
I'm sure it's
Yeah,
gonna look amazing.
thank you.
And any spoilers are welcome, of course. Uh, what inspired you to first create music? That's from his fave.
Hey, his fave. What inspired us to, or me specifically, to first create music was my brother actually got a drum set when I was around 9 or 10 years old, and I thought that was really cool, and I looked up to him. And so the next year for Christmas, I asked my parents to get me a guitar, and since that day, I've been making music. So I guess a little bit of jealousy, little brother jealousy.
Yeah, for
That's
me,
the best motivator, I think.
Exactly, a little jealousy
100,
motivator.
100%. Yeah, I started off in theater productions and stuff like that. And then similar to Slavo, I actually the only reason I uploaded a video first on YouTube was my ex best friend at the time, who's now my best friend for over 10 years, posted a video on YouTube, and it just started, gaining traction. And because of that, I decided to do it myself, and that led me to Slavo, and then Fly by Midnight was formed.
Awesome. Um, okay. Next is from his queen. Any new music coming soon?
Yeah, hi, his queen. We do have new music coming soon, and we're really excited. Actually, yesterday was a very special day for us because we decided the official track list for the next album. And so we have 3 more songs to work on, Slavo, right? 3.
Yeah, 3 more. We have one more coming soon after Settle Down. So technically 4 more to the album. And yeah, we're excited about all of them. They're all really special to us. And long answer short is yes, there's new music coming. Lots of it.
Yes. Can you pre-save it on Spotify?
The album's not yet, but I could say we're giving you your spoiler you asked for. While we're on tour, we will be announcing the album,
Awesome.
and so there will be a pre-save mid-tour for sure.
That's amazing. Okay, next question. That's USB asked, at what age did you start making music?
I was, what did I just say, 9 or 10? I started playing guitar.
Yeah, I don't know about. I want to like take that question really literal and say making music, like actually creating original songs, probably later in life, maybe like 16, 17. I started like actually wanting to write music instead of cover other people's songs or sing in shows and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I I always wonder like how people write music because I've never had any musical inclination. Um, what? Okay, Biotic Maya asked, what was the main thing that helped start up or boost your career?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a great question. Yeah.
Um, we've had a lot of little random things. I think more recently for us, that kind of give us clout, as people say. We had a song called Lovely that just got some cool editorial love on Spotify that took it to the next level.
Ooh,
And it streamed really well and it brought our numbers all up, and we were able to get bigger sessions and snag little tour spots and show spots. And yeah, I think that was a really pivotal moment for us.
I definitely agree. I think, like Salevo said, there have been maybe like 3 to 5 moments in our career that all kind of added up to continue to build momentum. Lovely was definitely one of them, and another one that comes to mind is a video that we released for our single "Love Me Like a Friend," which was a video that we shot just for fun with a zero budget. Set up a camera on a tripod, and we were playing Call of Duty in the middle of takes, and then it went viral within a week, and it was a cool life learning lesson for us because sorry, I got airplanes behind me. I'm right near the Burbank airport. Um,
no
but
worries, you're good.
but yeah, it was a cool learning lesson for us because sometimes the integrity of the release is more important than how much you spend on something. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um, so wait, did I ask this question from Loves or is it similar? What experiences do you like the most when making music?
Actually, that's another really nice question. What would you say, Slave? I feel like I have so many.
I think when the song's finally done, that's my favorite moment. Just like because there's so many hours spent in the studio just working on little detailed things, trying to find the right sounds. Everything's so meticulous, and the process is exciting. But I think when it's finally done and that reward of like hearing everything and being satisfied and listen through, it's probably my favorite moment.
I happen to agree. I think we love creating the music and writing the music, but it's quite a taxing process creatively because there's so many aspects of creating it, from the writing session to Salevo's full production session to recording both of our vocals, which is quite intense in a lot of ways. So it is the most beautiful thing to not only have the song finished and out to the world, but also to be able to play live is kind of like the culmination of why we do what we do. So when we get to play live and see people sing the words, for me, that's like, it's kind of a surreal moment that this started as a one idea we had in our head, and now it's a song out in the world. Yeah.
That's super nice. How long does it usually take you to write a song? That's a question from me.
It varies. I think some days we kind of zoom. We had a session yesterday. It wasn't for us, but we wrote it in I think 2 hours,
Really?
and it was a really cool song. Yeah, sometimes it just flies. I
That's
think the Zoom
impressive.
sessions, because we do a lot of Zoom sessions these days, and those tend to go a little faster just because I feel like everyone's on the same page. We're here to write a song and let's get this thing knocked out. But
Yeah.
when we're in the studio, it could be an all-day affair. It could be a couple days. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes we'll leave it and go back to it.
I would say for the most part, though, on average, a lot of flyby songs are written between 4 hours or so, which yeah, usually it's one day, and then
Wow,
we kind of move on from it and then come back to it to record it, maybe tweak a couple of things. Yeah.
that's nice. Cami asked if you could pick one Disney movie to watch for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a fun question.
Mm,
I
Disney.
feel like I watched something recently that I really liked. Um,
I gotta look up like what were the old ones. I don't know if this
You
I
counts.
could pick
think
DreamWorks.
I think Hercules. Hercules is a good one.
The music in
Yeah,
that's really good.
Classic.
you know what? Mine would be Tarzan. I think.
Tarzan's pretty fire too.
I love Phil Collins'
That
music in
soundtrack
that.
is incredible. He went
So
really
good.
hard on that soundtrack. Like, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
yeah. Did you ever see the meme they have?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tarzan producers ask Phil Collins, can you write a song about like a movie about like monkeys and stuff, and it's just a piano on fire with the
Yeah,
song.
yeah, that's exactly what I was just thinking of. I was like, because
Like,
that the
so
soundtrack. I mean, no offense, the movie's fine. I don't really remember it that well, but like that soundtrack is like insane.
100%. It's so iconic. Yeah, agreed.
Okay. So Elwin, if you could collab with anyone, who would it be?
Um, I'm being a little fanboy today. I have my 1975 shirt on. Love 1975. That would be a dream collab. Honestly, we look up to them in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even to be in a writing session with Matt Healy or George or any of the members of that band would be super cool. Yeah, there's so many. I feel like for me, I get more excited about the idea of yeah, like collaborations with artists that are writers. Someone like Paul McCartney would
That'd be
just be
sick.
yeah, to be in the same room as him, and his process has gone through so many different shapes from the Beatles to his solo records, and I think that'd be so much fun. And I know Slavo and I, yeah, our inspirations vary from retro acts like that all the way up to artists like Charlie Puth and Adam Levine and yeah, I think there would be a lot of people we'd love to collaborate with.
Yeah. Paul McCartney would be a cool one. Paul McCartney, I like every couple of weeks I remember the song that's the Paul McCartney and Rihanna and Kanye song. And I like it's such a good song. Okay.
We were just referencing that song the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just so good. It's like I
5 seconds,
feel like
right?
it's like an underrated like
Yeah, what is it?
hit.
5
4 or 5
4 or 5
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew.
Um okay. Biotic Maya or Mia asked, how did you guys meet?
Yeah.
We met in Staten Island. On Staten Island, how does that work? The island. You're in it or you're on it? We're on
Oh,
it,
that's
right?
a good question.
Yeah. You're on
Let
an
the we'll let the avatars in the game answer that question. In or on the island. We met on Staten Island, and there was a studio that I was introduced to Justin at, and he was doing a solo project, and I was producing, and we were both writing, and we decided to write. Well, they had us write together,
Oh,
and
cool.
yeah, we had a lot of chemistry. We were like kind of really friendly right off the bat, and the song we wrote was cool, and we were like, oh, this
That's
is kind of nice. Let's
awesome.
keep doing this.
That's
Yeah, it
really
was kind of
nice.
it was like a blind songwriting date.
That's so cute. That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, like I feel like when you meet somebody that you have really good chemistry with, it's like you just know.
Yeah, and honestly, half the battle of writing with people, of course, they have to be creatively inclined, but they also you have to vibe with them as people.
Yeah, I
And I
bet.
think, yeah, and I think for Slavo and I, we really vibed just as like friends quite quickly. And I remember, not to go off on a tangent, but I remember telling people on my solo project team as well as friends, like, yeah, I'm going to start a duo with this guy, and they were like, well, you don't really know him, and I got such a good feel for our chemistry as writers, but
Yeah.
also best friends. So it certainly was a risk
Oh,
that I think has paid off
We were like
Yeah.
that couple that gets married like within the first few weeks, and everyone's like, "You sure you know what you're doing?" And Justin's
Yeah.
like, "Yes, I want to marry him."
I mean, that's beautiful. We love a good male friendship.
I love
Um
romance.
yeah, and like I don't know, it's nice when I feel like when you have good chemistry with somebody, you just know right away.
Yep, yep, agreed.
Um what or who inspired you to make music? That's from Fauzia. I don't know how to pronounce their name. Sorry.
Uh, what inspired us? I mean, I, I think, like we said before, there are certain artists and that have inspired our sound per se. But I could say on behalf of both of us that our friends and family have really continued to inspire us to pursue it. And I think without their support, we wouldn't have been able to kind of reach the success that we have been able to reach. And it's cool to see because our support circles are from Slavo's wife to our families, and like we're very, very grateful for the people that are surrounding Fly by Midnight. Yeah.
Nice.
I agree.
Shout out to your families and friends.
Shout out.
Um what is your his fave asks, what is your favorite genre of music?
Ooh, I like a lot of stuff, honestly. I feel like my favorite is always like just popular music, I guess in general, pop music. But I like hip hop. I like country music. It really varies.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because I feel like Slavo's influenced me in a lot of ways to like country music. And we definitely, like Slavo said, we both love pop music, and we love like the most like modern songs coming out that are taking retro inspirations and stuff. But our we do kind of listen sometimes to different stuff. I love like folk pop music, very acoustic sounding stuff, like Bon Iver and stuff like that. And but then we also, yeah, I mean, we also love acts like Elton John, Billy Joel, Hall and Oates. There's so many. Yeah.
Yeah, all good ones.
Hmm.
Um Farina asked, where did the name of the group come from?
Ooh. Um, I don't know why I said ooh. It's not really that exciting.
Nothing
Not
juicy.
exciting yet.
Nothing too exciting. No, I mean the funniest story about it is when we first decided to start a duo, we like spent a whole week driving around Staten Island. We're like, all right, we'll take inspiration from the island. It'll speak to us. We'll like have this really cool name that, we go to this random Italian ice place and all of a sudden we're like limoncello or something. Um, but no, it was like a week of trying to come up with something and we couldn't find anything. And then the person at the studio we were working with at the time said Fly by Night or something like that. Something about Fly by Night, and we were like, oh, that's really cool. And then Rush has a popular song called Fly by Night, and we were like, that's gonna be weird for like search engine stuff, and we just added the midnight and
Smart.
called it a day.
It is very funny though
You did a
because
little bit of SEO. Sorry, continue.
exactly, no, 100%. Which a lot of artists don't do, surprisingly. Before
Yeah.
they choose a name. I'm like, it's just so easy. But we had a session yesterday, and the artist we were working with was like, I really love your name, and we were like, wow, we're so desensitized to our name now because we've had it for so long. But I will say the one thing, and Slavo and I haven't spoke about this in a minute, but like when people introduce us in any respect, is we've been in label meetings for us where they say Fly By Night's new single coming out, and we're like, how to, like, it's so easy to like differentiate the two.
Yeah. I feel
But
like sometimes people do that as like a power move. Like
Yeah, they purposely mess it up.
what even is your
exactly.
name?
Yeah, like are they going to correct us? And of course we don't. We just sip our coffee and smile. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Smile
all.
and wave.
It's all you, I guess it's all you can do. USB asked, what do you think about Hotel Hideaway? Have you tried out some features yet?
Yes.
USD. That's a good question.
It's a trick question. It's a quiz.
Right. So prior to obviously hearing about the game, we reached out because obviously there's other games that is it
Habbo.
Azerion or
Yeah,
is it
Sulaki. So yeah.
Sulaki is the company that has Habbo as well as Hotel Hideaway. So we were more familiar with the Habbo game, honestly, but then after learning about Hotel Hideaway, Slavo and I made our avatars. I'll say last week before our performance, we learned how to do like I'm looking at the screen right now where you have like the little what is it, the little human man that you could go like this with and have
Yeah.
Oh, the gesture pad.
the gesture pad. So to answer your question, we're still learning. We're in training,
Same.
and but it's a fun game, and it's really nice on the eyes. A lot nicer than for some reason a lot of other mobile games are, which is super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased, but I like our graphics. They're like cartoony and cute
It
and
is really clean. Yeah.
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 Very. Yeah.
Um, if you
I have to ask too, is they're doing this move I keep seeing where they like fold their arms and like they do this like little step thing. Can someone explain? Is that like a new gesture or something?
Can somebody explain that
Or
to
is that
us
like
because I don't know how to do they already know that I don't know how to do any gestures. Like I have to ask them every single time, like, how do you do this gesture? So if anybody wants
I've
to
seen so many
explain.
people do it.
Oh, I just learned one. So you go head to body, and it's namaste.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
Whoa, you see that?
somebody said it's a glitch. The
Oh,
Oh,
gesture that you're talking about.
this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I just thought it was a
that makes
gesture,
sense.
but you know.
I've seen it like 6 times since we joined this thing.
Well, I guess maybe we'll make it into a gesture. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
that's cool. Huh. Now I'm just having fun with gestures. Don't mind me.
No
Um,
worries. Okay. Somebody said you can change it by clicking the smiley face. Um,
Hmm.
Elwin asked. Okay, wait. First, sorry. If Cami asked if you can choose one song that you made, which would be your favorite?
that's a great question, Cami. Yeah, it's so tough because we love making music that sounds different from ourselves. Like we're constantly evolving, and I think there's some older songs that are near and dear to my heart. But obviously we've kind of evolved from that sound. I think Lovely will always have a very special place for me because it was a song that we wrote while on a tour. We had one day in Nashville. We went in, we wrote the song. Slavo was excited about it. He started working on it in Starbucks. It was a very organic way we built that song. And for it to be as successful as it is, it really gave us a lot of hope and to do this, for the rest of our lives. That's my answer.
Nice. Shout
I
out to
would say,
Starbucks too.
I would say I'll try to keep this quick too, but I'll say you belong for a lot of reasons. One, because I really like the song. Two, it was our first album, and it was one of the first tracks that I fully produced and mixed, like in house, and it got all these playlists. And I remember the feeling of just thinking, wow, like we don't really need to send it off and do all this stuff and have all these, you know, label people helping us out. And it was early on in our career. It was just a really cool moment for us. So
Yep.
I
Nice.
like that song a lot. It's got a cool story to it.
Slavo and I went to Slavo, you said you weren't gonna make this a long story. Not making a long story.
You can make it as long as you want.
No, so we played a show that night. We went home, and at that time I was living with my family. We both went our separate ways, and then that night the song came out, and we got so many playlists that we got redressed and went out to the bar and had a drink together, and
Aw.
just like really took in the moment. I think Slavo was calling you hysterical crying.
So
Yeah,
cute.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was a cool
we're very
moment.
emotional people.
Very emotional.
Same.
Yeah, how do we make our avatars cry? Hold on, let's do that.
You can like change there's a face that you can do. Well, you can make it like a
Yeah.
Can
sad
someone like
face.
can someone kick me in the shin or something?
Yeah,
And I
hilarious.
start crying.
They will
Oh.
as soon as they um
Nah, I'm angry.
somebody said Fauzia says describe your favorite and least favorite part of being a musician.
Yeah, these are great questions. I think pertaining to the other question before talking about our favorite part of the process, I think it is very and this is not speaking on behalf of both of us, but for me, it's very very stressful coming into a video shoot day, um, and one of the most rewarding parts when it's done. But for me, I really wear it on my sleeve because I feel like Slavo and I are the brains behind our videos too, and that's just a very very stressful part for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Slavo?
Uh, so the question was our favorite and least favorite parts of doing music.
Yes. Your favorite
Right.
about being musicians.
Yeah.
About
So
being musicians. Yeah, I think like the whole managing your expectations thing, especially being an indie artist. You know, when a release comes out and it doesn't do what you think it, you know, you expect it to do, or that you have every song that we make is our baby, so we want it to do as best it can. And just like when the song comes out and it does really well, that's really exciting. That's probably the best part about making music. When it comes out and you know it doesn't do what you think it'll do, I think that's probably the lower part of making music. So yeah.
yeah, and I'll say that I say my favorite part is the spontaneity of being a musician in today's world. It's so cool. You know, Salavo and I have gotten emails that have completely changed our life. You know, like from one email, and that's and they're random and they come from, you know, like I could go on and on telling stories, but like we've been in sessions where maybe we're at a little bit of a low with Fly by Midnight, and then our publisher sent us an email that our song is in an HBO Max trailer out of
Oh,
nowhere,
nice.
and that honestly completely changed another trajectory of our career. And it's like you never know day to day what being a musician will bring you, and I think that's what really drew me to doing it full time. That level of just like, yeah, spontaneity. Yeah.
I was gonna say
Nice.
even performing for Hotel Hideaway was super unique and you know something fresh for us, and you know just doing fun, cool stuff like that, and working with you know different people and brands and games is really cool. It's exciting.
Yep, I agree.
Nice. Your song was in the trailer for Generation? Is that what it
Yeah.
is? Okay.
Yep.
I
Such a
knew. That's
cool
really
show.
cool.
Thank you.
So you didn't know before that they were going to put it in?
I can't even begin to describe how funny these situations are when it comes to stuff like that. Because we got notice, and then I don't know, Slava, what 2.5 months went by, and then they said probably not happening, and then it was tomorrow. It's
Oh,
coming
that's
out.
so cool.
It's just like,
I was on my honeymoon, and the way that I found out, and then I just text Justin was one of because Jake Miller is on the song with us. One of his fans saw it on like a TikTok ad, and they screenshotted it and tagged us all in it and posted on Twitter. I just happened to be scrolling late at night when I was in Miami. I saw it. I was like, wait, what? Because no one even told us that it was going to be on the show. I mean, it was a possibility, but it wasn't like a solidified thing.
yeah,
And
they never tell you until it's actually on, which is,
Really?
yeah, and that's like across the board with any stuff like that. Because last second they've made, like, literally the last hour they've switched out songs quite frequently for stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Um, what, uh, somebody said, what are you looking forward to? Sorry, Elwin said, what are you looking forward to most about going on tour?
There's so many things. Yeah. What
I
would you say? Yeah.
I think being songwriters, you know, we always look for inspiration and stuff, and I think there's going to be a lot of fun, cool stories that come from being on the road for, you know, however long it is, a month, 2 months, whatever. Um, yeah, just like the memories and the stories, and give us something to write about.
Yeah. No, I agree. I also think, you know, we've spent practically 2 years releasing new music, advancing our career, making new fans over the internet, and being given the opportunity to meet a lot of these people in person is going to be quite a surreal experience. You know, Salavo and I talk frequently, but we recognize a lot of these same like usernames that comment on stuff, and we know those usernames are coming to shows in, you know, like North Dakota and Michigan and like all these different places. And it's going to be quite a surreal experience to meet fans that have been following us for a long time,
That's so fun. That will be really nice.
for sure.
Um, all right, so I'll ask you the last question from Loves. What's your plan after the tour?
Ooh,
Yeah. So we wrapped the tour November 4th, and then I think the album will be coming out shortly after, and we can't announce it yet, but I think there will be more shows potentially in support of the album. And
Cool.
uh and yeah, I mean, Slavo and I are in talks to perform all over the world too. We have a festival we're negotiating in India, some other stuff overseas also. So
That's dope.
Yeah, just a lot more music and a lot more shows. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, on that note, I think we're all really excited to see what you guys have coming for you and to see your career and how it progresses now that we're not, well, we're still in a pandemic, but we're coming out of it slowly, maybe, and then going into another one, but something. Um, if you guys have any last things you want to say, like albums or singles or, well, you mentioned them already, but if you want to plug anything, now's your last opportunity. Go for
Yeah.
I would just
it.
say thank you for tuning into our live show in Hotel Hideaway. It's really sweet of you guys to come join and hang out and watch. If you're in the States, we're going on tour starting September 14th. You can go on our Instagram, Fly by Midnight, and find all the dates, or flybymidnight.com/tour. And yeah, we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to talk to you in person very soon.
Yeah, and thank you, Salaki, for everything with Hotel Hideaway, and thank you, Evie. And yeah,
Thank you, Evie.
You're
yeah, we
welcome.
can't.
Thank you guys for coming and for taking the time to talk to us, even after last week's technical difficulties. It was really nice of you guys to keep the enthusiasm alive.
For
We
sure,
really
for
appreciate
sure.
it.
Of course.
All
Thank you
right.
for having us.
All right. Bye, everybody.